He's Lieutenant Colonel Tim Harris, team leader. He should be in the left seat. Major John Jost in the right seat with the Major Paul Sonstein.
Okay,
that's our safety pilot.
Gene Susi, and Showcat, okay? And here comes the 452nd demo team, C17.
Thank you, Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to announce today's demonstration by the March Air Reserve Base West Coast C17 demonstration team. As the aircraft is rolling down the runway, expect an incredible takeoff. Watch this.
Here we go, United States Air Force Reserve.
40 degrees nose high, ladies and gentlemen. 40 degrees nose high. The aircraft levels up to 1,500 feet. We're going to pitch over, roll into a right. 60-degree bank turn, 90 degrees off the runway. Can you believe an aircraft that big? 174 feet long, 169 feet, wingtip to wingtip with 9-foot long winglets. Those upturned wingtips can crank around like that. As the aircraft sets her up in the 8260 maneuver, they're going to come back around for a high-speed pass at over 250 knots. Let me rephrase that. At 250 knots. We will not go over 250 knots. Ladies and gentlemen, the significant fact about our team is we're all reservists. We are not active duty military, ladies and gentlemen. We are reservists. We do this in our free time, like anyone in this world has free time. We've got stockbrokers, airline pilots, we even have a butcher that flies with our crew.
Don't forget to mention the insurance salesman. I know there's an insurance salesman in there somewhere. And we're proud of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, notice this cross show center how quiet the C17 is. Crank again in a nice 60-degree bank turn. The air crew is going to start setting up for a demonstration of slow flight. As you've noticed, the landing gear is starting to come down, the flaps are starting to track. Those flaps are so large they extend into the exhaust. That's called powered lift, ladies and gentlemen. Meaning more thrust, more lift. 280,000 pounds, but with a max cargo of fuel loaded, that gross weight rises to almost 600,000 pounds. We routinely land the aircraft on runways as short as 3,500 feet by 90 feet wide. Ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft is fully configured with the gear and full flaps and slats extended. Watch how slowly the aircraft comes across show center. Let's see how slowly they can get it. I just happen to be fortunate enough to have the Sonoma County Sheriff's Department with me, and here's a radar gun. On my mark, I want to know how slowly the aircraft is coming across, Deputy. What is that? What did you say?
80.
Oh my God, 83 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen. That aircraft is 300,000 pounds. It's coming across show center at 83 miles an hour. I know there are some of you that have driven faster on 101 down to San Francisco. Acceleration as it departure end. We're rolling to another 60-degree bank turn for another 8260 maneuver.
And that pass, I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, was more like the Globemaster that I knew. Nice and slow. Daddy, that one was for you. Globemaster 2's preceded this awesome airplane, and this is a quantum leap forward as the Globemaster 3. There is no comparison.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you notice, the aircraft is quite maneuverable, and to move the controls, it gives us almost instantaneous maneuverability as well as agility. The C-17 is a tactical airlifter, meaning we can go into combat situations. In fact, this particular aircraft just last Friday, we're talking 2 Fridays ago, was flying out of Iraq with our wounded heroes, bringing them back home.
Those medevac missions are critical to the success of our armed forces overseas. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the demonstration of the agility, slow flight agility
of the aircraft. That turn radius is no more than 4,000 feet while going at 160 knots, 175 miles an hour, and doing a turn within 4,000 feet. I bet you some of you cannot drive your car like that.
I don't know, my wife gets pretty close. That would be a tight turn for a big old bus.
That big tight turn is the result of 4 integrated flight control computers. Ladies and gentlemen, as the aircraft starts another 90-degree turn.
And they have done it. A magnificent aircraft built by the Boeing Corporation and still serviced in part by people at United in the San Francisco area.
Ladies and gentlemen, notice the aircraft that seems to be dropping in midair. Looks like an elevator coming downhill. We've got a 5-degree glide path. The aim point is approximately 500 feet down the runway. The aircraft is just making small corrections into the landing zone. This approach is used from low altitude or high altitude to avoid enemy fire.
That 360 overhead when you're the poor old loadmaster riding in the back, flying sideways as he cranks it around. Gives you a different perspective on life. Watch this.
At 50 feet, you'll hear the power come up. Flaring. Boom. There's the thrust reversers. Standing on the brakes. Literally out of the seat. The ramp door is popped up. It's coming down to coplanar.
Big air show.
They're stopping.
United States Air Force Reserve. And Gene Soucy goes by right in front of us and said, good timing.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the aircraft is clearing the runway, as Joe has said so many times, and I have repeated, we are reservists. We have outside jobs. We're members of the 729th Airlift Squadron, the 452nd Air Mobility Wing. We thank you for the honor of participating in your spectacular air show. We hope we're invited again.
Over and over, I trust. Don't worry. We've got the big aircraft for this show. It's a big air show given by retired Colonel Pinsky. Stuart Rodriguez, he's been here before, do something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, had the pleasure to be on the press flight yesterday with that aircraft, and we formed up alongside a Warbird flyby during our practice session, or just before it. And we got the load sticking out the top. Go load. Should be a flight engineer, Dan, but you know, times change. What can I say? No flight engineers, no navigators, Rob. What can I say? Yeah, downsizing. Everybody's into downsizing.
You might want to put your fingers in your ears and protect the little one's hearing, because the aircraft is a little loud. As you come into the show center, give a big wave. Say thanks to each and every member of not only the military,